everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope you are all well. I hope you are probably, if you're listening to this in January, probably a bit driven at the moment, which is good. Act on that, enjoy it, bask in it. I haven't done this in a while. Thank you for anyone that's been reaching out. I feel like I went through a wee phase of thanking everybody, but it kind of died off, I guess. But thank you for that if you've been reaching out. I hope you've had a restful break, if you've managed to have one. Today's episode is all around setting our values rather than setting goals. Now, there's a lot of goal-setting stuff that I've maybe touched on in the past. Me and my pal Dan chatted a wee bit about a year versus 12-week goals, which can be quite a common one in one of the other episodes. And today I want to talk about the importance of setting our values and to put importance on that, to put the spotlight on that and to highlight it more, because goals are an objective achievement that we are trying to reach. And a lot of what I talk about and do on this podcast is internal, trying to become someone, which is essentially our value setting. And I think it's important that we are fluid and we are flexible with our identities as we evolve. When we look at our values, we feel like as we grow up, we have these values and we need to be rigid with them. We need to stick by them. Essentially, there is no room for change. You are this person, you are in this box, and that is that. However, this is why I want to open your mind a little bit around having values that you're aiming to, I don't want to use the word achieve, but become. So you're trying to mold these values in order to mold yourself and who you want to be. The reason that I talk about this being maybe fluid and flexible is because of life. Life has moments that change us. There are crossroads that shape us. And there's transitions. A common transition is going from secondary school into further education, such as college or university, or from just education as a whole into work and a job. There's also transitions with social circles. People come in and leave your life. And sometimes you have social circles that exist your entire life and are steady the whole way through. There are some that you have, then they fall away and then they come back. And the important thing is that you're different. Also, the people that maybe come back into your life, they're different. Why is that? It's because of life. It's because of experiences. It's because of lessons that we have had. They are shaping us, but we don't highlight it enough. We don't talk about how we are setting our values. We are taking control and priority of these values. And that's what I want to make you more aware of today. I want you to think about it. Another transition might even be from your teens into your 20s, your 20s into your 30s, What I'm wanting you to think about today is not goal setting. I'm not saying not to set goals, because there'll be some great goals that you achieve in 2021. Sorry, 2022. And you should also set values of who you want to be, who you want to become. And these values will shape your behaviors, your interactions, how you are, what you believe in, what you believe is important to you. And it's okay to change those. You don't need to live the same year again because you need to live up to a value that people perceive you as. Enjoy the freedom of being able to change that. So what's a transition that you've been through where your values have changed? What's a transition that is maybe coming up for you that is going to inspire change, and you're going to take ownership of the fact that you can change your values? You can look towards molding new values based upon the values that you already have. And most importantly, identifying what is most important to you. What are the lessons that life has taught you so far that you can use to shape your values this year? And it's quite nice that around this time of year it inspires us to think about who we are and what we've done and what we want to do. A new year, or maybe a new transition, new phase in life, should always mean getting better. You should always strive for this year to be better, whether it be the common external things that you want to achieve, that you are becoming better, but also in here, internally, inside you, should get better as well. You should think more clearly. You should be more comfortable with who you are. You should have peace of mind with what you've achieved and what it's led you to and the roads it has led you down. Having that complete faith that this is the path that you're supposed to be on. So live up to those values, make the most of those. Don't feel like because you're at a certain stage you need to live up to a stereotype. I'm in my early 20s, so I need to get a job. I need to buy a house. I need a fancy car. I'm in my 30s, so I should be calming down. I should be settling down. No, do what you want and what you feel. I think the pandemic can be quite an important realization for a lot of people as to how was your life before the pandemic, and do you regret not having done anything because the last 2 years you've maybe been isolated or restricted from living the life that you wanted to live? And ask yourself, what's the lesson here? Was I holding back too much with my previous life, living up to these external viewpoints that people create for society? What are you going to do about that now? And that's us today. Let me know how you find it. I feel like my style is changing a little bit the more I do these episodes. So let me know how you're finding that. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you want more, I will leave the link to my email in the description. And if you fancy joining my newsletter every Sunday, intended to be read with a warm cup of coffee, then you can sign up there. All right, I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.